Well, we got with us now, certainly no stranger here at the Springfield Mighty Monster Mile. After competing many, many years with the USAC Stock Car Division, winning it 4 years consecutively, came back the next year, finished second, came back and won it for a 5th time, Mr. Butch Hartman. Butch, you made the move from the USAC Stock Cars to the late models. Can you tell us a little bit about your move and the reasoning for it?
Well, the main reason, after my father passed away 3 years ago, we decided to, more or less confine our racing activities to, our local areas. And to be honest with you, we've done real good over there. We won track championship at St. Clairsville Speedway this year, and we've won quite a few races. And the reason, like I said before, we're trying to confine it, take care of our business, and kind of keep this as a hobby instead of a business like it had to be if you was going to run a full-time racing operation.
I know a few years ago you went down to the NASCAR, the good old boys from down south. What was it, the competition, or is it the expense, or what? What made you want to leave the USAC division, being a winner that you were?
Well, it got to the point where there wasn't that much competition, and we had a lot of conflicts. I'm sure a lot of people knew between us and USAC, rules, interpretation, things like this. And we wanted to expand just a little bit, just to get down south, and boy, we got right in the middle of a hornet's nest.
Of course, how many years have you been running the Monster Mile, counting the USAC and then the Outlaw cars now?
I started running out here in 1966, and, I really miss it. There's nothing like a mile dirt track, especially Springfield. It's a beautiful track. There's good racing here, and I've won it a few times, and I really missed it.
How many years have you been racing, Butch?
This is my 20th year.
20-year veteran, huh?
20-year veteran. I got 2 boys behind me that does all the preparation of my car, and they're my 2 sons, and this is why we converted back into a hobby, so we can spend more time with each other, and they've done a good job for me.
During breakfast this morning, you mentioned something that you've already had a little bit of bad luck. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Well, it seems though we was going into Danville, Illinois with a race car, and we come out the other side, our car was gone. And my son was driving, and we were running about 65 miles an hour, and I won't tell you what he said, but in essence, he said, "Oh, blank, there goes the race car." And we looked in the mirror, and the race car was running down by itself. I mean, it come off the back of the trailer, a chain had broken, went across the interstate, hit the guardrail, come back across the interstate, and ended up in a ditch. So fortunately, 2 truckers stopped and helped us. We had some chains and pulled it out, and we've been working like mad here this morning, putting the nose back on it, repairing the left rear suspension, the left rear quarter, and everything, and then also trying to pass inspection.
As far as setup for the mile, are you going to set your car up similar to what you would the heavier cars, or are you going to set it up altogether different than what you would a heavier stock car?
Well, there's really no comparison between these cars. My USAC car weighed 3,900 pounds. My particular car behind me, which is a Howe car, it weighs 2,300 pounds. Right now, and this is our first time on the mile, in which a lot of these guys got the advantage on us because they've run here last year. But my car right now is exactly the same as if I was going to run a half mile. And this is the way we're going to start, except for the gear ratio.
What do you think about the Illinois racer promoting a race like this? We got a super fantastic field of race cars here. What's your feelings on that?
I wish everybody would do it. This is the kind of cars and the kind of field that we need to bring the people into get them back to the real racing. Some of these cars, they don't look like stock appearing cars, but I mean, you got to keep in mind, a lot of stock appearing cars would never run as fast as what we're doing. And I just wish a lot of other promoters would do like they're doing here. This is really great. It gives everybody a chance to find out just how good you are. And like there's a car on the other side of the pitch down here from Hagerstown, Maryland. That's a 20-hour drive just to come to this racetrack, and that ought to say enough right in itself.
In other words, you're saying that this could possibly be, maybe next year, one of the premier dirt track races of the year.
I would say offhand for $10,000 for 35 laps is just about the premier right at the moment, because if you look around, you got Jeff Purvis here. He just won the $17,000 race at Eldora. You got Ray Gotzi, Russ Petro, Duvall, Freddie Smith, some of the toughest people that I have ever seen. And I'm quite sure whoever, and I like to be me that wins this race, whoever wins this race, I'll guarantee you, he's got his act together.
All right, Butch Hartman, he'll be driving the Hartman Trucking number 75. That's the one and only, the Flintstone Flyer, Mike Duvall. He was the 1982 NDRA champion. Mike, good to have you here at the Mighty Monster Mile.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to running this mile.
After you won the championship back in 1982, it was rumored that you were going into retirement. That was a very short-lived retirement, wasn't it, Mike?
I don't know who got that started. I'm just now getting started.
How many years you been racing stock cars?
18 years.
18-year veteran. How many times you been on the mile?
I believe this will make my second time on dirt. I run Daytona about 6, 7 times.
Okay, of course, I guess you prefer the dirt over the asphalt.
Yes, sir. I rather, I enjoy running dirt better because you got more competition. It's more competitive, and you see a lot better racing, I feel like.
Your predictions on the track, have you been out and checked it yet? It looks like it's going to be in beautiful condition. What kind of speeds do you think the cars will be turning here today?
Time-wise, I'd say around 28, 29 seconds and probably around 150, 160 mile an hour.
In other words, it's going to be one fantastic show for the race fans that come out tonight and today and tomorrow.
I tell you, people around here, if they really want to see a good race, they ought to come out and listen because everybody's hearing from all over the world. Plus, I don't believe you'll never see no better facilities than what this man's got. This is the nicest racetrack I've been to all year.
Okay, you're driving a car that's pretty close to home. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Belongs to Gary Oliver Tri-City Buggy in Rock Island, Illinois. I got hooked up with him first of the year, and I guess it's been my best year ever. He's a real smart man because we communicate a lot on the telephone, and he's helped me a lot, and I really appreciate that.
Mike, what's your feelings on the Outlaw Wedge car and the stock appearing cars this year?
I kind of wish you hadn't asked that. I'm kind of partial to the wedge cars because you got so many crutches, and they feel better. These little cars, stock appearing cars, the people and the public can relate to them because they understand, you know, they copy like street cars. But the wedge cars, to me, feels better. They're more comfortable because you got so many different crutches in this. The aerodynamics are a lot greater.
That'll be Mike Duvall. He'll be in car number F1, the Flintstone Flyer. Ladies and gentlemen, we got with us one of the most popular drivers in the southern area. From Kings Mountain, North Carolina, Freddie Smith. Freddie, it's good to have you here at the Mighty Monster Mile.
Well, we're glad to be here, and I hope we have some good luck on this big racetrack. We hadn't run very many of these on dirt, but this is a nice one.
I tell you what, the track looks like it's going to be extremely fast. How have you got your car set up for qualifying?
Well, right now we don't know how we got it set up for this big racetrack. We hope we're pretty well tight. So, you know, you can't ever tell until you get out there.
Some of the questions that has been aroused the last 2 or 3 years, the stock appearing against the Outlaw. You know, you've heard controversies about it. How does Freddie Smith feel on that subject there?
Well, really, it's hard to say which one you kind of pick out. But I like the wedge car, and I like this car, you know. We've had a hard year so far this year, but maybe everything will turn around and we go the other way.
Freddie, as you stated, this is your first time on the mile. What kind of speeds do you think these cars will be turning here today?
Pretty close, about 140 down the straightaway. So we ran that mile up at Nazareth. We're running about 150 up there. And I don't really know. We've run a lot of big tracks on asphalt, and we're running, 200 mile an hour. But here is on dirt, and it's a little different. Got different cars, so we just hope for the best.
I tell you what, Freddie, we're definitely going to be pulling for you, and it's good to have you here. Folks, you can look for Freddie Smith in car number 00. On the clock now, from Clarksville, Tennessee, the Imperial Motors Racing 15, Jeff Purvis. Second qualifying run, 3.5145. Don Chandler, 3.5145. And Marvin Burton is still in the field. And Jeff Purvis comes around to complete his first qualifying lap. It's a good one, 32.652. 32.652 for Jeff Purvis. And Mr. Burton has just been eliminated from the top 20. And Jeff Purvis, second time quicker, 32.216. 3-2. On the clock now, driving car number 21, the Larry Shaw Racing entry from Des Moines, Iowa. Here is Billy Moyer. All these drivers thus far have been trying to set fast time. North Grand Wreckers out of Chicago, Illinois, putting up $1,000. Billy Moyer's first time, 33.080. 33080. And Kevin Twycombe in car 28X has just been bumped from the Elite 20. Moyer's second time, 33.035. On the clock now, the orange number 49 from Streator, Illinois, Tom Ritz. Tom Ritz in 49. On the bubble right now, car 44, John Smith. His fastest time was 36.205. And Tom Ritz has just turned in a good time. Listen to this, 31.884. Good time for Tom Ritz. John Smith will join the field in the heat races as he's just been bumped from the fastest 20. Second time is a little bit slower. That time for our top timer of the second annual National Dirt Track Championships, Tom Helfrich out of Haubstadt, Indiana. Tom used almost about a second and a half off of the world record set last year by Charlie Schwartz. Now, the qualifying is all over. It's about time to go racing the feature race. Now, what kind of changes have you made to race?
Well, we got a complete different setup. Tires, fuel, setup, everything's different for the race.
I understand that you've been waiting on this one all year long. It's been building up. Now here it is. How much does this race mean to you today?
Well, just driving on this track means a lot. I think you got to be very professional to run on here, and it's just a super track. You can feel your car do everything, and I think the guys who can feel their car the best got a little bit more of an advantage here because you can't run it in the car and just broad slide it. You got to have everything down to perfection, and I like racing them kind of tracks.
Tom Helfrich, he'll be our fast qualifier. Keep your eye on car 71.
Thork starting at 8 o'clock, 8 to 11. Yeah, let's see what happens if we're going to get a green on this one. We got it. And our first street stock heat is underway, and car number 2, Corey Stott, moves up into the lead. Corey Stott takes the lead as they go into the first turn. Down the backstretch, car number 2, Corey Stott. Look at 38, Dave Crowley making a move on the inside, up to 4th spot. A clean first lap. As they come by, it's car number 2, Corey Stott. Car number 2, Corey Stott, and 19, Carl Frederick. Car number M1, Scott Webb, and 38, Dave Crawley. One going way up high. M1 moving out high allows 38, Dave Crawley to slide by. We got another one way up on the wall in the second turn. Almost spun it out. Car number 59, Jim Gray, having troubles going through the second turn, but he straightened it out. by to complete another lap. Corey Stott still with the lead. Car number 2. 19 and 38 now battling. Dave Crowley moving up into second spot, and way up wide goes car number 19, Carl Frederick. Now car number 1 getting up there. Looks like it could be John Durbin battling for second spot. A white flag flying this time. One more lap to go. Car number 2, Corey Stott, top 6 go into the feature. Corey Stott, car number 1, John Durbin, 38, Dave Crowley, and car number 32, Jim Brewer, all battling for that second position. Car number 1, John Durbin, now moving out on the outside. Car number 32 making quite a shot down the backstretch, Jim Brewer. The checkered flag is flying. Car number 2, Corey Stott. Car number 2, Corey Stott. Second was 32, Jim Brewer. Car number 1 was third, John Durbin. Fourth was car number 38, Dave Crowley. 11X, 5th, Mike Gibbs, and car number 19, Carl Frederick, the top 6 that move into the feature. Satterfield from Sykeston, Missouri, bringing them all around. Well, they're 4 abreast to the 4th turn, but the green flag is flying, and S12, Jim Satterfield jumps off to the lead. S12, Jim Satterfield's content to just run away with this one. Still going 3 and 4 abreast through the turns, but everybody looks like they've made it. Three of them moving around there, battling for the second, third, fourth spots. And after one lap, S12, who's going to hide from him, Jim Satterfield. S12, Jim Satterfield. Car number 1, Jeff Hoagland. 98, Duke Vinegar. 78, Steve Herman. Look at the lead for S12, Jim Satterfield. And now stretching out the second place advantage as they come by the line. Car number 1W, Jeff Hoagland. Third place, 98, Duke Vinegar. And a big three-way battle going on for fourth place. Car number 12, Rod Smith, running way up high through the second turn and kept it off the wall. White flag, one more lap to go. Car number S12, Jim Satterfield. Second place, 1W, Jeff Hoagland. Third place with one more lap to go is car number 01, Don Kiger. Looks like the car number 50 is having problems over there, but Rattle Buster. And a checkered flag for S12, Jim Satterfield. A second place finish, 1W, Jeff Hoagland. Third place is going to be 01 Don Kiger. Fourth place, car number 98, Duke Vinegar. Fifth place, 12R, Rod Smith. And sixth place, car number 78, Steve Herman. Top six move into the feature. All right, looking for a green. Out of the fourth turn, here they come in. There we go. 69, Terry Eaglin takes the lead. Boy, that 70 almost looks like a USAC car, doesn't it? Watch out, way up high through the turn. That black 38 just scraping the wall. Jerry Lacey all the way around. He manages to keep it off the wall. Top two are going to run away and hide again. 69, Terry Eaglin. Car number 70, Mark Bott. And 43, DJ Lindsay round out the top three. A lot of smoke out of DJ Lindsay's car. Watch out, Wes Odell almost cut it around. There's 101, Ray Cantrell in fourth place. 87, Wes Odell in fifth spot. And car number 1D, Brad Denny, staying right up there with the crowd. Come around to complete another lap. It's still car number 69, Terry Eaglin from Elrod, Indiana. Car number 70, Mark Bott. Car number 43, DJ Lindsay. In fourth place. Now car number 42, John Powell. Starting to lap the pack. 55, Ron McMahill having problems. One more lap to go. 69, Terry Eaglin. 70, Mark Bott. 43, DJ Lindsay. 42, John Powell. 87, Wes Odell. And car number 101, Ray Cantrell. Now 38, I don't know whether he hit something or he's just got a hood coming up on the car. Moving down the backstretch real slow and over number 5 having problems over in the third turn. And a checkered flag, number 69, Terry Eaglin. Second was 70, Mark Bott. Third place, 43, DJ Lindsay. The top six advance to the feature. Here comes fourth place. 42, John Powell. 87, Wes Odell. And car number 101, Ray Cantrell. Six more make it to the feature, led by 69, Terry Eaglin from Elrod, Indiana. Godfrey. 00, Cecil Tibbett from Decatur. 25, Steve Fairville from Virginia. And 40, Terry Worth from Lexington. Dwayne Whiteman from Pacific, Missouri was supposed to start an earlier heat, wasn't able to make it, so he starts in this one. And there is the green. We're underway with our fourth streetcar heat. And off into the lead, car number 40 from Lexington, Terry Worth. 3 abreast there heading through the turns. 4 abreast through the second turn. And they're running clean so far. Watch out! Oh! We've got 2 of them crashing. Neither one of them rolled over. The yellow one and the black one are not able to make out the numbers. Now we've got them sliding high on the third turn. All right, the black one, he is underway again. Car number 17. 17 was losing ground coming off the second turn, got sideways and got nailed. That's Denny Bell in 17, and he is still moving. Flagman's ready with the green. They're staying together, looking for a green. Streetcar, fourth heat is underway. And number 40, Terry Worth, moves off to the lead again. Stringing them out pretty good now through the second turn. 40, Terry Worth with the lead. Pat Walsh up there at second spot. Trying to pick up some ground on Terry Worth. All right, after one lap, car number 40, Terry Worth. Car number 40, Terry Worth, 97, Pat Walsh, 33, Dale Morris, 5C, Jim Crowley, 99X, Dennis Robbins. Looks like he's picking up a little ground. Pat Walsh running second place behind Terry Worth. One more lap completed. 40 Terry Worth, 97 Pat Walsh. Car number 33 Dale Morris. 5C Jim Crowley. 99X and 99 now battling for the lead. 99 John Cummings and 99X Dennis Robbins. It looks like we're about to have a battle for the lead now. Coming around for the white flag. White flag is flying. One more lap to go, and now we do have a battle for the lead. It's 40. Terry Worth, 97 Pat Walsh. Car number 33 Dale Morris running in third spot. 5C Jim Crowley is fourth. Car number 99, John Cummings. And 19 and 99X battling for that sixth spot now. And they're bumping into the second turn. They made it through clean enough. And now coming around for the checkered flag. Top six go into the feature, and here come the first two. It's going to be by nose, number 40. 97 Pat Walsh taking up second spot. Car number 33 Dale Morris finishes in fourth. Fifth, 5C Jim Crowley. Number 99 John Cummings. And 99X Dennis Robbins.
Flagman Jim Whittington looking at the field. So it will be Bobby Jackson and Dick Phillips bringing them down. Green flag is out, and it's race time. And it's a drag race down the front straightaway. Grabbing the lead. Car number 11, Dickie Phillips. In seconds, Bobby Jackson. Third, Jerry English. Getting way up high in car number 88, Mike Carradine. Those are your top four. Remember that second place is the transfer spot. Completing lap number one is Dick Phillips, Bobby Jackson, Jerry English, Mike Carradine. Phillips now starting to stretch it out just a little bit over Bobby Jackson. Bobby Jackson with Lexan. He's got a windshield in car 16. I talked to him earlier about it, and he just don't know if he made the right decision there or not. Jerry English in car 6 is now closing in on the second place car of Bobby Jackson. That is where the race is at right now. The top 2 will transfer to the 30-car field tomorrow for A main. Don Chandler in car 38 now moving up on the back bumper of Mike Cardine in the 88 car. That battle is for the 4th and 5th position. Car T3, Ernie Robinson has given up, and he is on his way to his pit area. Ernie Robinson in T3 has given up the battle, so he'll have to make it into the last chance race tomorrow. Halfway down the back straightaway, so that will give the lead to Bobby Jackson in car number 16. Once again, JR doing a marvelous job of keeping that car away from that outside concrete retaining wall. And Dick Phillips did not make it all the way around, so I will bring out our first caution. To be looking for the green flag now. Jim Whittington looks over the field. Slow start coming out for a green flag is out. Look at the jump by Mike Cardine. A good start for car number 88. Mike Cardine in 88 moves up into second, car spinning up into Jerry English in car 6, coming very, very close to losing it. But once more, the skill of these drivers paying off once more. Coming down, heading for the start-finish line once more. Your leader is still Bobby Jackson, Mike Cardine, Jerry English, Don Chandler, and J.R. McMahill. Jackson coming down to complete yet another lap. And now it's Jerry English pulling up alongside. They're side by side, they're 1 and 12, but Mike Cardine, he slams the door on car 6. That of Jerry English. J.R. McMahill coming close to losing it in 1 and 2. Once more, that battle for second shaping up once more. This time it's Jerry English on the outside. Mike Cardine on the inside, and Jerry English has now moved up into that second spot. Let's watch them all the way around. Let's see if Mike Cardine can chase down that second place car of Jerry English. A challenge for third spot, and it's Don Chandler. Don Chandler moves up into that third position. Coming down out of turn number 4, let's welcome him home, your winner, Bobby Jackson. Finishing second, Jerry English. Third to Don Chandler, and fourth to Mike Cardine. Finishing fifth, J.R. McMahill. Starting on the outside, car 28 from Vincennes, Indiana, Kevin Claycomb. Row 2, starting on the inside, car 59 from Peoria, Illinois, Jay Roller. Starting on the outside of row number 2, car KF1 from Centralia, Illinois, Ron Fisher. Row 3, starting on the inside, car number 99 from Charleston, Missouri, Jim Hall. Starting on the outside of row number 3, from Danville, Illinois, driving car number 97, Marvin Burton. The fourth row on the inside, driving car number 19 from Danville, Illinois, Terry Duncan. Starting on the outside of row 4, car 44 from Peoria, Illinois, John Smith. The fifth row on the inside, driving car number 76 from Darlington, Indiana, Denny Carpenter. The outside of row number 5, car 28 from Brazil, Indiana, Don Duncan. And the sixth row, starting on the inside, car 47 from Springfield, Illinois, Ed Ballman. And starting on the outside from Peoria, Illinois, Chuck Taylor. And that is your starting field for our second heat for the UMP late models. Third heat, let's line them up on pit row. Third heat, late models, let's line up on pit row. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your starting field for our second heat. Let's cheer them on their way. You'll be Gary Webb, Kevin Claycomb. By the way, these two drivers are running first and second in the point standings for the UMP late models. So it should be very interesting here. They're racing for the top two positions will transfer. Now Jim Whittington, green flag is out, and it's race time. Oh, action over in turns 1 and 2. Car is spinning.
1944, 76, 41.
4 cars involved.
1944 for the first two.
The first two involved was car 19 and car 44, 19 Terry Duncan of Danville, Illinois, and car 44 John Smith of Peoria. And John Smith has both front fenders wrinkled. That's very unique there. Maybe one, but I don't think I've ever seen both of them. It's Gary Webb, Kevin Claycomb bringing the field down. Jim Whittington, your flagman, has both flags rolled in hand. If he likes them, he'll throw the green. If he don't like them, the yellow will come out. Here they come. They're picking up the throttle through 3 and 4. Jim Whittington looks them over. Green flag is out, and it's race time. What a move by Jim Hall in 99. Jim Hall coming through 2 cars to take over at 3rd spot. But it's Gary Webb, your leader. Look at Kevin Claycomb moving up on the outside. Coming down to complete lap number 1, it's Gary Webb of Davenport, Kevin Claycomb, Jim Hall, Jerry Waller, and Marvin Burton. Those are your top 5 cars. Racing on the back straightaway, it's Marvin Barton pulling up alongside and moving into 3rd place, getting around Jim Hall in the 99 car. Remember, the top 2 will transfer. Now Kevin Claycomb in the Masterville Prestige Auto Parts Racing 28 is starting to close the gap a little bit now on your race leader, Gary Webb. The top 2 in the UMP point standings right now doing battle. They are racing 1st and 2nd respectively. Of Davenport, Iowa. Folks, I guarantee there are no drivers here today any smoother than that young man in car number 56. Your leaders now coming up on slower traffic. It's Kevin Claycomb gaining a little bit now on Gary Webb. Now he's right on the back bumper. It's Gary Webb now going around the slower car of Chuck Taylor, and now Chuck smoking. Chuck Taylor in car 69 starting to lose an engine coming out of turn number 2. It's Gary Webb showing the horsepower down the front straightaway and the back straightaway. But I'd say right now Kevin Claycomb's 28 car is handling a lot better in the turns. That's where he closes the gap. And then Gary is able to pull away on the straightaways. Those 30 cars, the last place car that makes it in the field tomorrow, he's guaranteed $300. coming down to complete another lap. Of Davenport, Iowa, putting it all together. This being the second heat for the UMP late models. Coming down, white flag out, 1 lap remaining. It's Marvin Burton in car number 97, currently running in third. In fourth, car 59, Jerry Waller. Coming down out of turn number 4, let's welcome him home from Davenport, Iowa, Joe Webb. Finishing second, Kevin Claycomb of Vincennes, Indiana. A fine drive for Marvin Burton in 97, and Jerry Waller in 59. Kankakee, Illinois, your flagman, looking the field over. Now Dick Potts, Joe Ross picks up the throttle a little bit in 3 and 4. And they bring the field down, looking for the green flag, and there it is. It's race time. And jumping out front is Dick Potts in car 92, but look at Joe Ross in 28. Joe Ross currently riding in second, Bill Hay in third. Corky Roach in the 4th position. Darrell Marmer on the outside in 05 is making a move and now moves up into the 5th spot. Trouble on the back straightaway is Corky Roach up in the marbles, sliding down to the bottom now. Oh, a good job of driving by Dale McGee in car 4. Corky Roach losing it. The yellow light on. Ladies and gentlemen, that could have been a very nasty situation. Corky Roach in car 15X going up in the marbles out of the groove. Brought it back down, but brought it down in front of Darrell McGee in car 4. A fantastic job of driving by Darrell McGee. Jim Whittington once more has those flags rolled in hand. Dick Potts of Morocco, Indiana, bringing the field around. He should be looking for the green flag. He's on the throttle a little bit now in 3 and 4. Bringing them down, and there it is. Well, once more racing under the green. Got a car in the concrete up in turns 1 and 2. Les Stevenson in 176. He did make contact with the outside concrete wall, and you can see that Sangamon County Rescue Squad immediately on the scene. Les did Coming up next, the Track Champion Trophy Dash. 15 laps of green flag racing action. cars will be allowed. One warm-up lap to rewarm and oil, transmission lube, rear end lube. It's Dick Potts, your leader. Joe Ross in second, Bill Hay in third, Darrell McGee in fourth, and Darrell Mormer is currently riding in the fifth spot. Dickie Potts picks up the pace just a little bit through 3 and 4. Jim Whittington, your flagman, looks them over once more. And there it is, the green flag waving once more, and we're once more racing under the green. And it's Dick Potts taking up exactly where he left off, leading the field. Joe Ross in second, Bill Hay in third, Darrell McGee currently riding in the fourth position. Darrell McGee now in car number 4, starting to close the gap between him and that third place car of Bill Hay down the back straightaway. It's Bill Hay way up high, losing one position. A good job of driving though from Bill Hay to keep that car from hitting that outside concrete. Slowing down on the back straightaway. All right, Dean Lindsay has now been pushed to the infield. Your flagman, Jim Whittington, has those double flags rolled in hand. Your race leader, Joe Ross. And it's Darrell McGee right on the back bumper. Bill Hay on the back bumper of Darrell, bringing him down. He's on the throttle. And the green flag waving. We're once more racing under the green. A challenge for second spot. Going into turn 1. It's Bill Hay. Bill Hay of Sikeston, Missouri takes over the second spot. That is the important one right now, that transfer spot. Joe almost looks like he's got complete and total command right now, but that battle for second, it keeps on. Once more, it's Del McGee challenging him, but Bill Hay once more shutting the door. It's Del McGee trying to get around on the bottom half of the racetrack. A two-groove track right now for that battle for second position. Battle for the second spot. Now Del McGee tucks the nose right into the driver's side. I guarantee Bill Hayes saw the number 4 as it pulled up right in beside him. And Bill Hayes losing it up in turns 3 and 4. Tough luck for Bill Hayes. Good luck for Del McGee. Del McGee takes over that second and most important transfer spot. Coming down at a turn number 4. White flag waving. 1 lap to go. Currently riding in third, and in fourth is Dill Norber in the 05 car. There he is, folks. Let's welcome him home. Joe Ross, victorious in our third and final E-race. So it'll be Joe Ross transferring. Coming down at the turn number 4, finishing second. It'll be Del McGee. Look at this battle for third and his quirky road. Important to automobile racing. This is Ken Cycle. He is the captain in charge of the Sangamon County Rescue Squad. Ken, can you tell us the main purpose of the rescue squad and how much training is involved in your crew?
Well, our initial response is on-the-track emergencies for the drivers in case they get hurt, spin out, etc. Our job is to make sure the driver is not hurt any further.
In Stock Car Racing magazine earlier, there was a fantastic article on your Sangamon County Rescue Squad. Could you tell us a little bit how many members you have in your squad and how much training it takes just for racing alone?
We have 26 active members right now. We meet every Monday night. Most of our dealings is in auto extrication. We are trained in other aspects, but every Monday night we do meet and we practice quite a bit on auto extrication.
I know every time I've come here to the mile, your crew has just done a marvelous job, and you know, that's something that I myself, I hate to see anybody crash in a race car, but I'm sure that the drivers feel more secure when they're up in this area having your crew and everything. How many units do you have in your outfit?
Right now we have 6 pickups and 4 rescue trucks. We have a total of 40 people on the racetrack itself right now.
Equipment is a big thing, and the cost and everything. Can you tell us some of the specialized equipment that you have, you know, sort of like the Jaws of Life and so forth?
We have 2 Hurst tools on each, you know, the trucks. We also have a Lucas tool, which is comparable to or better than, for certain aspects of rescue, than the Jaws of Life or the Hurst tool. We also have porta powers. You name it, we can get you out of it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right there, I'm sure, is one of the racer's best friends, the chief of... Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we got the driver of car number S2, Fred Struby. Fred, you are from Peoria, right?
Yeah, right, Peoria, Illinois.
Okay, this is almost your back door. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fans here this evening. Can you tell a little bit about your racing history so far, what you've done this year?
Well, we've just been running all over this year. We haven't really run any certain place, but we've been running real good. We've been finishing well up.
Okay, last year, the outlaw cars, the outlaw wedge cars, you know, they did really get just out of proportion. And this year, the UMP has come through with a standard set of rules, stock appearing. What's your feelings on the wedge cars and the NDRA legal cars?
Well, I like the wedge cars a lot better than I do the NDRA cars, but it looks like the trend is changing to this type body style, so I guess we're just going to have to run with it.
Okay, what's your plans for the race tomorrow? If you make the fastest 20, of course, we'll be automatically in. Then if you don't make the fastest 20, you'll be running the heat races. Say you make the field, what's your strategy? We're running 35 laps on a mile.
Oh, just run as hard as you can. Just run all out. You'll have to with what you got to run with it here now.
Okay, ladies, that's Fred Struby. He'll be driving car number S2. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Bob Pierce. Bob will be driving the Busch Beer number 32. Bob, can you tell us a little bit about your year so far this year?
Well, it's been kind of a different year for me. It's been a good year. I've got a new ride with the car owner, Bill Sloan, out of Melrose Park, Illinois. We've been traveling around in the country just trying to hit a lot of the big shows as well as some of our local shows we usually run. And I've just been all over the place. You know, it's really been exciting. We've been running real well with all the big guys, and I'm hoping maybe someday I'll be considered one of the big guys.
What do you think of the mile track? How many times have you run a mile track, Bob?
I ran it once last year when they had the show with the outlaw cars, the wedge-type cars, and I liked the mile. And well, I always kept telling everybody if I wouldn't run out of gas, it wouldn't have got dark, I'd still be going around.
Bob Pierce will be driving car 32, of course. I've been asking some of the other drivers, Bob, what's your feelings on the stock appearing and the wedge cars?
Well, the stock appearing car, it's a little bit harder to drive at first to get used to the car because you don't have all the spoilers to hold you down. They're a lot easier to see out of, not necessarily forward, but like the side of you, you know, when somebody's alongside of you trying to lap somebody, everybody can see each other a lot easier. And I don't know, I really don't have no real feelings on either one. I'll drive either one, you know. If I had a choice, I just have to flip a coin because I like them both.
You like both. You just like racing, in other words, right?
Yeah, anything with a motor and four wheels, I'll drive it. I don't care.
Okay, what's your predictions for tomorrow? Today, the track, a lot of moisture on it. It's going to be extremely fast. How are you going to set your car up?
Well, truthfully, I don't really know until we get out on the track and make a few laps. Right now, we're just kind of got to set up like most of your half-mile shows would and on like a slick racetrack. And we're going to kind of adjust from there. I think a lot of it will be a driver getting used to the big track, you know.
Okay, we expect probably to see car 32 in Victory Lane tomorrow then, right?
I hope so.
Bob Pierce in car 32. See, he'll be driving the Imperial Motors number 15. Jeff, you've had a great season. Can you tell us a little bit about it so far?
Yeah, we've won some of the bigger races this year. We've had some bad luck running in some races up front, but overall we can't complain. Last week at Eldora, Ohio, we won that race at World 100, and after we got home and saw some of the problems with the car, well, I don't believe we can complain anymore about having bad luck because we had so many things wrong. It's a wonder it finished the race.
Earlier, you was talking to Bob Pierce about an accident that you had in the rear end of the car. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, we were running up on some lap traffic. Freddie Smith was leading the race at the time, and when we came up on the lap traffic, Freddie passed one of the cars, and I started around the car, and as soon as I started around, he came down the hill there a little bit and caught the car in the right rear and bent the axle tube, and it tore the car up pretty bad. But you know, overall we were really, really lucky right there.
Good luck. Lady Luck was right with you in the driver's seat during that World 100, right?
Oh, for sure. It had to be.
Okay, Jeff, how many times have you run the mile track? I know you went up here last year. How many times have you run a mile track?
I've never run on a mile. We went to Nazareth, Pennsylvania. They've got a 1 mile track there, and we qualified for the race, and it got rained out. And we ran good there, but it was so far as like a 17-hour trip for us, and we never did go back the following week.
How do you plan on setting up your car? You said this is the first time on the mile. Are you going to do anything exceptionally different that you wouldn't do maybe on a half mile or so?
Well, we're going to start with what we usually run. We're going with just a regular spring setup,
and feel of the racetrack and try to adjust the car to suit the racetrack.
Okay, during this 1984 racing season, the National Dirt Racing Association has set up sort of a double season, and you won the first season. You got a pretty good hearty check out of that. Can you tell the folks a little bit about the money that you received for leading that first part?
Yeah, they've got like you said, they've got 2 legs set up in the NDRA where you first leg paid $10,000 and the second leg will pay $10,000 to the winner. And I don't know exactly how it broke down, but it's it's pretty good payoff for the amount of races that you run. You run 10 races, and if you can win them, like I said, you'll win $10,000. But the second leg I hadn't done so well. I've led several of the races, and I've had problems off and on through the through the second leg. But the first leg we were real successful in winning it, so maybe things will get to going a little bit better now.
Thank you a lot, Jeff. Lots of luck tomorrow and today. That's Jeff Purvis. He'll be driving the Imperials number 15.
Car number 75, the St. Clairsville, Ohio track champion from Zanesville, Ohio, a 5-time USAC National Stock Car champion, Butch Hartman. Butch Hartman in 75. Driving car number 96 from Bedford, Indiana, the I-65 and Brownstown track champion, Kenny Simpson. Simpson in 96. Driving car number F1 from Gaffney, Georgia, the current NDRA champion, Mike Duvall. Make that point leader, rather. Driving car number 49 from Streator, Illinois, the Fairbury Speedway track champion, Tom Reitz. Tom Reitz in 49. And car number 15, the Imperial Motors Racing Special, the winner of the first leg of the double-leg NDRA Series from Clarksville, Tennessee, Jeff Purvis. Once more, we want to thank Cliff Powell of Cam 2 Racing Fuels. He is paying the bill for this race, and it was his option to chart Jeff Purvis. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a couple of the cars, the track champions. Bill Hay, he was the track champion at Paducah International Raceway, and he has had trouble along with Jerry English. Jerry English was supposed to be in the field. He is the track champion at I-57 Raceway in Benton, Illinois. Being that we had these cars to drop out, instead of running the 15 laps, we're going to run 10 laps. Up for grab, Cliff Powell of Cam 2 Racing, putting up the big bucks here for this one. By Butch Hartman. It's Kenny Simpson, Butch Hartman, Jeff Purvis, Mike Duvall, and Tom Reitz.
getting down to the complete lap number 2. And still Kenny Simpson of Bedford, Indiana, riding in second is Butch Hartman, but Jeff Purvis in the Imperial Motors number 15 challenged there just a little bit. Now he's laying back, challenging once more. It's Jeff Purvis moving up along the outside, way up high in the marbles on the binders a little bit. Jeff Purvis now racing with Butch Hartman. That is for the second position. This, by the way, is only the second time the driver of car 15 has been on the mile, and look at that driver now taking over second position. Jeff Purvis with a good inside racing move going into turn 3 takes over the second spot. And now he's drawing a bead on your leader, Kenny Simpson. Right now, all you can see is the white number 15, and now the challenge for the lead. Kenny Simpson in 96, shutting the door on Jeff Purvis. So Jeff Purvis willing and ready to tuck into second, waiting for one more chance. Now he tucks to the inside. Now he moves to the outside, still holding on to second spot. Kenny Simpson of Bedford, Indiana, doing a marvelous job trying to hold back a charging Jeff Purvis. Once more, Purvis moving right up on the back bumper. We saw him pass Butch Hartman going into turn number 3. Could this be going through Jeff's mind? Jeff Purvis sliding up into the marbles, losing viable ground. And that allowed Kenny Simpson to pull out just a little bit of a lead, but look at the young hard charger fighting back. Just that little bit of a bobble coming out of turn number 2 has allowed Kenny Simpson to open up maybe a 3 to 4 car length lead. Butch Hartman in car 75 is on a car spinning, and that was Purvis, and that allowed Butch Hartman to move up. White flag out, 1 lap remaining. White flag out for Kenny Simpson, 1 lap remaining. And Purvis pulling up along the back end. But your winner will be car 96, Kenny Simpson. Second, Jeff Purvis, and third, Butch Hartman. Look at the battle for fourth as Tom Rick and Mike Duvall getting fourth, followed by Tom Reeks.
cross is underway. 69 Terry Eaglin with the lead. 69 Terry Eaglin, 70 Mark Bott. Watch how we got one high in the turn. '69 Terry Eaglin from Elrod, Indiana, being chased by 70 Mark Bott from Roseville, Michigan. Terry Eaglin, 70 Mark Bott, S12 Jim Satterfield, car number 32 Jim Brewer, 75 Bert Cheatham, and 35 Robin Hobbs. 69 Terry Eaglin stretching out that lead. A 6-lap track champions dash. It's still 69 Terry Eaglin. Terry Eaglin, 70 Mark Bott, and moving up fast, S12 Jim Satterfield. In third spot, moving up fast, going to make a challenge for second on Mark Bott's number 70. 75, Bert Cheatham in fourth place. It's Terry Eaglin. S12 making his move into second. And look at the smoke coming out of car number 70. I think she let go on Mark Bott. Terry Eaglin, Jim Satterfield. Mark Bott before the whole thing let go on him. Car number 75 moving up to third spot now. Bert Cheatham. And fourth place, Jim Brewer, car number 32. As they cross the line, 69 holds the lead, but S12 is moving fast. S12 Jim Satterfield making a move on Terry Eaglin in 69, wanting to grab that lead. Third place is car number 75, Bert Cheatham. 32, Jim Brewer running fourth. 87, Wes Odell. And car number 35, Robin Hobbs. We are about to have a battle for the lead. It's 69, Terry Eaglin, and we do have a yellow car slow, number 70 over there in the third turn. Mark Bott, after that car let go, can make it no further. 69, Terry Eaglin, S12 Jim Satterfield. Green is out, 69, Terry Eaglin and S12. Jim Satterfield continue to chase. Car number 32 now moves into third place, Jim Brewer. Now 75 trying to make a move, get back up there to third spot. Bert Cheatham, 75, trying to get his third place back again. 32, Jim Brewer from Sykeston, Missouri, won't have any of that. He's trying to hold him off, but through the turn, Bert Cheatham really turns it on. Here we come down the straightaway, showing the white flag. 1 lap to go, 69, Terry Eaglin. Oh, we got a spin down in the turn. A spin, car number 75, Bert Cheatham lost it in the turn. And we will need a hook down there. He's got a considerable amount of left front damage. We do need a hook. The green is flying. Now the battle will start. S12, Jim Satterfield moves into the lead. Now they're battling for the lead. S12, Jim Satterfield pulling away down the back stretch. 69, Terry Eaglin's going to hope he can make up ground in the turn. S12 Jim Satterfield will be looking for a white flag this time around. And moving up in the turn, Terry Eaglin seems to be able to pick him up on the turns, but not on the straightaway. A white flag is flying. S12 Jim Satterfield. One more lap to go. S12 Jim Satterfield, 69 Terry Eaglin, 32 Jim Brewer, 87 Wes Odell, 35 Robin Hobbs, and 38 Jerry Lacey. Into the third turn. S12 Jim Satterfield from Sykeston, Missouri. He'll see the checkered flag fly as he comes out of that fourth turn. Here they come. And the track champion's dash goes to number 32, Jim Satterfield from Sykeston, Missouri.
Row 7, Steve Carnes from Marion, Illinois, and on the outside, cars 176, Les Stevenson of Mason City. And there's the green flag, and it's race time. Remember, the top two cars will be transferred into the 30-car field, and a car to keep your eye on, starting dead last in the field out of Fenton, Missouri. Car 2, Kenny Schrader. And in a half a lap, Kenny Schrader has already passed 5 cars. Moving up on the 6th one, Kenny Schrader in the Ford-powered Mustang is on the move. It's Don Chan, your leader. Corky Roach currently riding in second, the transfer spot. That's who they're chasing down right now. Now Kenny Schrader is up for 4th. Now drawing a bead on J.R. McMahill, and he pulls up alongside. He's challenging for 3rd, and he's got 3rd. He's challenging now for 2nd alongside a fellow Missouri driver, Corky Roach. Don Chandler leading the way, now battle shaping, and Kenny Schrader on the inside, moves up alongside, and he has made the 30-car field. Here's your leader, Don Chandler. Kenny Schrader is second. Corky Roach in the 3rd position. Yellow is out. Yellow is out for... Here comes Don Chandler looking for the green flag this time around. And there it is. Green flag waving. It's Don Chandler, Ken Schrader, Corky Roach. Ken Schrader on the outside takes the lead. Kenny Schrader of Fenton, Missouri is now your leader. Your attention in the street stock pit area. Right after the second last chance race for the late models, we will be running the last chance races for the street cars. Those street cars need to start lining up on pit row in the street stock pit area. Your race will be after the second late model last chance race. Here comes your leader, Ken Schrader out of Fenton, Missouri. In car number 47, that is the USAC car. shaping up for the third position. Corky Roach of St. Louis currently in third. But now moving up in car number 19 to challenge is Terry Duncan of Danville, Illinois. Schrader continues to dominate, is now really stretching it out. He has a full straightaway lead on Don Chandler of Pontiac, Illinois. The battle for third continues. It's still Corky Roach, with Terry Duncan glued to the back bumper. Bowman in car number 47, giving up the battle, pulling into the infield. Ed Bowman in the USAC stock car, giving up the chase. He is done for the day. We're halfway home. Terry Duncan in car 19 coming very, very close to losing it. Now his car is starting to smoke. Terry Duncan in car 19 is running into trouble. We've now got the clock on Ken Schrader to give you some idea of the time that Kenny is running right now. 33.40 seconds. Ken Schrader racing right now at a clip of 34.40 seconds. Car 44 up in the marbles in turn 1 and 2, but a good job of driving. We noticed Don Chandler, the last time he come around, it sounded like the motor getting very, very sour. It's Corky Roach of St. Louis, Missouri, closing in on the second place car of Don Chandler. Number 44 loses the engine over in turn 2, drifting up very slowly. car 44, Dean Lindsay, has brought out the yellow. Dean Lindsay in car 44 had the engine let go in turn number 2. And the green flag is out. For Rushmore Racing under the green. It's Ken Schrader leading the way. Don Chandler is still riding in second spot. Ed Bowman holding up the third and fourth place car. Coming down now out of turn number 4. White flag out. One lap remaining for Kenny Schrader of Pitt, Missouri. Don Chandler, the ending still missing out. Let's watch car 38 to see if he can make it the rest of the way around without losing that transfer position. Coming down out of turn number 4, let's welcome this guy home, Kenny Schrader, your winner of the first of 2 last chance races. What about Don Chandler? Corky Burke in third, Terry Duncan fourth. Jim Whittington, green flag in hand, looks the field over, green flag out, and it's race time. Also in the second last chance race, Fred Struby in the S2 car. George Hall in 71F. Fred Struby, one of the faster cars around the area. Starting in the back, let's keep your eye on car S2, Fred Struby, as he threads his way to get up into one of the 2 transfer spots, the first or the second position. It's Marvin Barton leading the way, followed by Darrell Marmer, Mike Cardine in third, Mike May in fourth, Jim Hall in fifth, and Fred Struby now up into sixth. It's Jim Hall challenging and takes Mike May back 1 position. Jim Hall now up in the fourth, a battle shaping for the lead. It's Darrell Marmer now right on the back bumper of Marvin Barton. Your attention in the pit area. Your attention in the pit area. Late models, if you're one of the cars already in the main event, if you are scratched, we need you to come immediately and let the official scorers know. Burton and Darrell Marmer racing for the first and second position. Jim Hall of Charleston, Missouri now moves up into third. In fourth place is Fred Struby of Peoria in car number S2. Curly riding in fifth, Mike Cardine in 88. Jim Hall in 99 is now closing in on that transfer spot. Jim pulling Fred Struby right along with him, so it should be a fantastic finish. It's still Marvin Burton, Joe Marver, Jim Hall, and Fred Strube. Fantastic finish. It's still Marvin Burton, Joe Marver, Jim Hall, and Fred Strube. Turn number 4, bumper to bumper, those first 3 place cars. And now it's Jim Hall right on the back bumper of Daryl Mulder. That battle is for the second position, that being the transfer spot. Smoke coming from Daryl Mulder. The engine letting go in turn 2. Daryl Mulder, engine letting go in turn 2. Jim Hall got by, but look at Fred Strube. Fred Strube of Peoria, Illinois, getting around Jim Hall and moving into second. And the yellow is out. We need a record of turn 3 and 4. The yellow light now off. It's up to your over. And there it is. So much more racing under the green, and immediately Fred Strube tried to get the jump on Jim Hall, but Jim Hall outpowers. Now challenging for the lead is Jim Hall of Charleston, Missouri. But nothing doing. Marvin Burton stands on the gas in 1 and 2 and comes out still your leader going down the back chute. They're bumper to bumper once more. Jim Hall, the veteran. And Marvin Burton is still a young charger, battling for the lead. Right now, Fred Strube laying back, just waiting in that third position. Here comes your leaders one more time around. It's still Marvin Burton, Jim Hall, and Fred Strube. right now, I suppose, is getting very close to the latter stages. And Fred Struby is going to make it in the 30-car field. He better start closing up that gap just a little bit. Jim Hall in 99 coming very, very close to losing it, coming out of turn 2. Just completed lap 13. Car 28, Don Duncan giving up the battle. Don Duncan is in the infield. Coming down out of turn 4, right flag out, 1 lap remaining. Remember, the first 2 cars will transfer. Positions 3 on back will be alternates. It's Jim Hall now in 99 closing the gap. We're going to have a battle right to the checkered flag. Marvin Burton now stretching it out just a little bit. Jim Hall not giving up, coming out of turn number 4. We've got a challenge for the lead. It's Marvin Burton coming out, your leader, and Marvin Burton wins it by about Cole Conway. Jim Hall in second, Fred Struby finishing third. Finishing fourth, car 88, Mike Cardine, and rounding out the
7th, Phil Moreland. The green is waving, and here we go. Away with the lead, 97, Chuck Travis. We're going 3 abreast through the first turn. And so far, a clean lap. Everybody made that first turn. 97, Chuck Travis with the lead down the backstretch.
Ben Giles, emergency telephone call home immediately. Ben Giles, emergency telephone call home immediately.
Running them high through the third turn, and we've got another one coming in, taking the lead through the fourth turn. Watch out, Chuck Travis almost lost it. Car number 35 picks up the lead. 3 abreast into the first turn, 3 abreast they go. One of them way high, 97 Chuck Travis. He's able to hang on to it. Car number 35, Robin Hobbs from Danville with the lead. 79, Terry Crawley holding second place. Lance Stott, number 7, starting to move up. 35, Robin Hobbs. 79, Terry Crawley. The top 2 as they come through the fourth turn. Here they come, 6-lap event. 72 starts to make his move. And now up to second place is car number 72. '72's listed as Trish Foxall. There's 7, Lance Stott now moving up to second spot. 35, Robin Hobbs. 7, Lance Stott. Battle for the lead as they come by to complete another lap, a 6-lap race. The top 3 go into the feature. As they go through the turn, Lance Stott takes over the lead. 7, Lance Stott takes the lead away from 35, Robin Hobbs. Third place, 72, Trish Foxall. 79, Terry Crawley. And now making a move down the backstretch, car number 1, Sam Stockton. Car number 7, Lance Stott with the lead. Out of the fourth turn, car number 7, Lance Stott. Lance Stott, whoa, we've got one spinning off the fourth turn, and he held on to it. 79 Terry Crawley makes a move back to third place. And car number 1 looks like he's about ready to let go at any time. Sam Stockton down the backstretch, stretching out the lead. Number 7, Lance Stott. Second place, car number 35, Robin Hobbs. Third is 79, Terry Crawley. As they come down the straightaway to complete another lap. With a big lead, number 7, Lance Stott from Keokuk, Iowa. Second place, car number 35, Robin Hobbs. In third place, car number 79, Terry Crawley from Decatur. There goes car number 30, moving up to fourth place. And now we've got another battle going on for fourth place. And out of the fourth turn, here comes Lance Stott with a half a straightaway lead. One more lap to go. Lance Stott, car number 7. In second place, looking to go to the feature, 35, Robin Hobbs. Third place at the moment, 79, Terry Crawley. And the challengers, number 187, making a move up to third place. Dwayne Weidman moving up to third place, trying to take that last position to move into the feature. To the third and fourth turn. Now he's looking for a checkered flag from Keokuk, Iowa. Car number 7, Lance Stott. Terry Crawley falling off the pace over on the backstretch. And there's your winner, number 7, Lance Stott. Second place, and look at this guy coming on strong, number 35, Robin Hobbs from Danville. And third place moving into the feature is car number 187, Dwayne Weidman from Pacific, Missouri. And out just a little watch out. Here we go again. 1C, John Durbin takes off again. Right behind him is car number 4, Mike Thompson. Want to stay up in that top 3. K97 also hoping for a spot in the feature. Stan Dravincic from in car number K97. Now we got him stretching out a little bit now. 1D, John Durbin wants to run away from the crowd. Watch on up in the third turn, a little bit sideways, but he's able to straighten it out. And the yellow one, K97, is about to lose it in the fourth turn. And he manages to keep it sailing, but he keeps it going. One D, John Durbin, and car number 4, Mike Thompson, now having a battle for second. 59, Darryl Ziegler now making his move for second place. One D, John Durbin with a big lead as he goes into the fourth turn. The rest of them are into the third turn. And another time as Kyle almost loses it up there in the third turn. Hangs onto it. Here we go again. 1D, John Durbin. 59, Darryl Ziegler. 1D, John Durbin. 59, Darryl Ziegler. 4, Mike Thompson. And car number 91, John Witters. We got a problem up there in the first turn. Car number 5, slowing way down. Jerry Trover having problems going through the second turn. He's still under his own power, though. The battle in the back there is for third place. 1D, John Durbin having no trouble with the lead. 59, Darryl Ziegler in second is about to be challenged. In third place, car number 4, Mike Thompson. And now 45, Carl Beatty up to fourth place. Whoa, we've got a crash down in the fourth turn. K97 looks like he may have tagged the wall. Stan Dravincic Stands out of the car. He's all right, but he does have a good bit of front end damage. We need a hook down there to the fourth turn. John Durbin from starting the third lap again. Here we're going. There's the green. Into the first turn, Brad Denny, Darrell Ziegler. Look at Carl Beatty, 45 on the outside, trying to move up into third place around Mike Thompson. And he's got him, and now he said, I might as well go for two. Carl Beatty trying to take second spot. Darrell Ziegler said, I'm coming. Got on the throttle and holds on. Brad Denny, Darrell Ziegler, Carl Beatty, and Mike Thompson are the top four. 45 Don Duvall in the fifth spot. Now Carl Beatty tries it again, and he got him. Now moves up to a spot. Brad Denny, Carl Beatty, 59 Darrell Ziegler, that's the top three. And fourth, hoping for a spot, is for Mike Thompson. Brad Denny in 1B. 45, Carl Beatty trying to make a move now through the turn. He's picking up some ground on him through the turns. On the straightaway, it looks like Brad's able to pull away from him, but in the turns, Carl makes up ground. Here they come out of the fourth turn. And it is 1D Brad Denny, 45 Carl Beatty, 59 Darrell Ziegler, and a serious challenge for third by car number 4, Mike Thompson. 17 Denny Bell, 45 Don DeVore, still on the track. Down the backstretch, Brad Denny with a fairly comfortable lead. 45, Carl Beatty going to try and pick up some ground on him again as they go into the third turn. 59, Darrell Ziegler, and 4, Mike Thompson battling for that third spot to get into the feature. The white flag is flying. One more lap to go. At this moment, it's Brad Denny, car number 1. 45, Carl Beatty. The battle now is for third place. 59 Darrell Ziegler and 4 Mike Thompson battling for that final position to get into the feature. And look at Carl Beatty starting to make his move. Oh, look at the two of them. Mike Thompson and Darrell Ziegler side by side. And Mike Thompson goes by and Darrell Ziegler gets wide. Almost tipped the wall. Now the battle will be for the lead. Brad Denny and Carl Beatty. A clear third place now is number 4, Mike Thompson. Here they come looking for a checkered flag. Who's it going to be? A side-by-side drag race down the front straightaway. 1B, Brad Denny. 45, Carl Beatty. Car number 4, Mike Thompson.
For the second annual National Dirt Track Championships. Starting on the inside of row number 1. Driving car number 96 from Bedford, Indiana, Kenny Simpson. Kenny Simpson in 96. Starting on the outside of row number 1. Driving car number 6X from Arnold, Missouri, Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace in 6X. Row number 2, starting on the inside. Driving car number 32 from Danville, Illinois, Bob Purvis. Bob Purvis in 32. Starting on the outside of row number 2, driving car number T5 from Sumner, Illinois, Terry Messenger. Terry Messenger in T5. Now the third row, starting on the inside, driving car number 15 from Clarksville, Tennessee, Jeff Purvis. Jeff Purvis in 15. Starting on the outside of row number 3, driving car number B2 from Omaha, Nebraska, Steve Kosiski. Steve Kosiski in B2. The fourth row on the inside, driving car number 49 from Streator, Illinois, Tom Reitz. Tom Reitz in 49. Starting on the outside of row number 4, our fast qualifier for the event, Driving car number 71 from Hopstad, Indiana, Tom Helfrich. Tom Helfrich in 71. Row 5. Driving car number 75 from Zanesville, Ohio, Butch Hartman. Butch Hartman in 75. Outside of row 5, driving car 00 from Kings Mountain, North Carolina, Freddie Smith. Freddie Smith in 00. The 6th row, starting on the inside, driving car number 53 from Omaha, Nebraska, Joe Kosiski. Joe Kosiski in 53. Starting on the outside of row number 6 from Columbus, Indiana, driving car K1, Russ Petro. Russ Petro in K1. The 7th row, starting on the inside, driving car 99X from Waveland, Indiana, Charlie Sittman. Charlie Sittman in 99X. The outside of row number 7, driving car number 112 from Aerosmith, Illinois, Joe Williams. Joe Williams in 112. Row 8, starting on the inside, driving car number 47 from Morton, Illinois, Jim Engels. Jim Engels in 47. Starting on the outside of row number 8, driving car number 21 from Des Moines, Iowa, Billy Moyers. Billy Moyers in 21. Row 9, starting on the inside, driving car number 75 from Milan, Illinois, Ray Gus Jr. Ray Gus in 75. The outside of row number 9, the current UMP point leader, driving car number 56 from Davenport, Iowa, Gary Webb. Gary Webb in 56. Row 10, driving car number F1 from Gaffney, South Carolina, the Flintstone Flyer, Mike Duvall. Mike Duvall in F1. Starting on the outside of row 10, driving car number 6 from Calvert City, Kentucky, Jerry English. Jerry English in 6. Row 11, starting on the inside, driving car number 16 from Rock Island, Illinois, Bobby Jackson. Bobby Jackson in 16. Starting on the outside of row number 11, driving car number 4 from Galesburg, Illinois, Daryl McGee. Daryl McGee in 4. The 12th row, starting on the inside, driving car 28X from Mechanicsburg, Illinois, Joe Ross. Joe Ross in 28X. On the outside of row 12, car number B97 from Danville, Illinois, Marvin Burton. Marvin Burton in B12, 96 rather. Row 13, starting on the inside, driving car number 281 from Vincennes, Indiana, Kevin Claycomb. Kevin Claycomb in 281. Starting on the outside of row 13, driving car number 99 from Charleston, Missouri, Jim Hall. Jim Hall in 99. The 14th row, starting on the inside, driving car number 2 from Fenton, Missouri, Kenny Schrader. Kenny Schrader in 2. Outside of row 14, driving car S2 from Peoria, Illinois, Fred Struby. Fred Struby in S2. And our 15th and final row, starting on the inside, a brand new daddy, driving car number 38 from Pontiac, Illinois, Don Chandler. Don Chandler in 38. And rounding out the 30-car starting field, driving car 15X from St. Louis, Missouri, Corky Roach. Corky Roach in 15X. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big hand. Ladies and gentlemen, when they come by this time, when you see Jim Whittington drop the green flag, let's stand up. Let's cheer all these drivers on. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, take your hats, your program. Here they come. Green flag is out. Race time. Mike Wallace in car 6X in the lead. He's followed by Terry Messenger, Steve Kosiski, Katie Simpson, Bob Purvis, and Jeff Purvis. Action up in turns 3 and 4. We believe it's Tom Reese in car 49. Of course, they all raced here for that big time money, the $10,000 first prize money. Second place paying $7,000, and third place paying $5,000. Whittington checking with Mike Wallace on the track conditions, and Mike shakes his head and everything is ready, so we should be getting the green flag next time around. Fired up 49, and he is headed for the track. And there's your Fairbury track champion going out, Tom Reitz. And he made it. Tom Reitz is out. All righty, folks, we're going to try it again. Here we go now. Jim Whittington has the flag out. Race time. Mike Wallace out of Arnold, Missouri, jumping out front. Kenny Simpson, starting on the inside of row number 1, has dropped back to 5th. It's Terry Messenger in 2nd, followed by Steve Kosiski, Bob Purvis, Kenny Simpson, Jeff Purvis. Jerry English in car 6, smoking, entering turn number 1.
Countdown. Maybe countdown flag.
Terry Messenger out of Sumner, Illinois, is now getting second spot. Ray Gus Jr. is 75. He is heading for his set. Ray Gus Jr. is through for the day. It's Terry Messenger, Billy Moyers, Tom Hilfrich, and a challenge for fourth. Billy Moyers had him just a little bit, but Billy was on the outside. He had to get on the binders, and Tom Hilfrich will continue to hold down that fourth spot. Jim Hall at car 99 lets the engine go in turn 4. Purvis in 15, and Mike Wallace in 6. Cars now running on the racetrack. Jim Eagles in 47, now about to be dropped another lap. Car smoking in turns 1 and 2, I believe it's Freddie Smith in the 00. Freddie Smith out of Kings Mountain, North Carolina, the engine letting go in turns 1 and 2. Mike Wallace coming very, very close to losing it. In turn 4, the yellow is out. Freddie Smith in car 00. The engine letting go in turns 1 and 2. He will bring out the yellow flag. What a challenge. What a shootout we're going to have at the finish. Well, I tell you what, 30 laps have been completed, 5 remaining, and what a shootout we're about to see. Jeff Purvis, your leader, Mike Wallace riding in second. What about that battle for third on back? Have you enjoyed that battle, folks? And there it is. Jeff Purvis once more taking command. Mike Wallace in second, and immediately that dogfight between the third, fourth, and fifth places develop once more as Terry Messenger continues to hang on for third, Tom Helfrich fourth, and Billy Moyers in fifth. What a cheering section Mike Wallace has down right below us. Boy, I tell you, they're energetic, enthusiastic, and I guarantee you, if Mike could hear the cheers going up for him right now, that would make him drive maybe just a little bit harder. Comes your leaders yet another time. Frederick, Billy Moyers, Kenny Simpson, Gary Webb, Russ Petro, Kenny Simpson, Bobby Jackson. Purvis now starting to stretch it out just a little bit, but look at Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace on the outside is really closing the gap. White flag out, 1 lap remaining. We got a challenge for fourth. It's Billy Moyers. Billy Moyers, white flag out, moves up into fourth. Let's follow those lead cars. It's still Jeff Purvis. Mike Wallace. Now Billy Moyers pulling up behind Terry Messenger for third place. We will definitely have a close finish for that. Here come your two lead cars. They're racing down toward the checkered. It's going to be Jeff Purvis, your winner, followed by Mike Wallace. Look at this battle for third. It's Terry Messenger, followed by Billy Moyers. Fifth place, Tom Halford. Sixth place, Kenny Simpson. Seventh place, Gary Webb. Three seconds flat. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, the helmet is off. He's out of the car. Let's give him a big hand. Jeff Purvis of Clarksville, Tennessee, victorious here today. Thank you. Well, Jeff, $10,000 richer. 7-foot trophy. You're going to put that in your living room, I suppose. Tell us a little bit about what happened, the track in the early stages.
Well, the track was smooth all day. We, you know, like earlier when they said it's a little bit dry, they put a little water around, and that seemed to settle the dust down. I don't know what it was like, you know, further back, but, you know, from where I was sitting, I could see real well, and the car just worked so great all day long that you just can't really say enough about it. My Baker motor was up there, and you just can't replace them. They're good on a big track. I've always thought that I've had a lot of horsepower, and it showed up today.
What about the track condition? You said it was pretty good. It definitely got faster. The last lap that you took, we clocked you at 33 seconds flat. Did you have your car set up to go faster at the end of the race or at the start of it?
I've had a push in my car ever since I've gotten here. Ever since I've been here I really didn't know. I was trying to get the push out of the car, and we've worked ever since we've been here trying to do that, and I really didn't have it set up for the last part. I was just trying to go fast at the first, but the car worked better at the end than it did at the first.
Well, this is just another milestone that you've conquered for 1984. What's your plans for the rest of the year, Jeff?
Well, next weekend we're going to the Smoky Mountain race in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's the NDRA Invitational. There's several big races, you know, from here on out. The weather's getting a little bit cooler now, and, you know, they usually have the big races right around this part of the year. And I'm going to just follow the big races.
Now to present this check, I'm sure you will gladly accept that, and this 7.5-foot trophy, the promoter and the editor of the Illinois Racer magazine, Dick Egley.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I'm glad to have you. I'd like to present you with this check for $10,000 and this 7.5-foot trophy.
Sure, trophy.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Here you go.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Purvis getting a big kiss. And look at the sportsmanship here. Mike Wallace of Arnold, Missouri, finishing second once more, coming over to congratulate you, the winner. Gentlemen, here's our second place finisher, Mike Wallace. Let's give Mike a good hand. Mike, it looked like in the early stages you were pulling away.
I don't think I was ever pulling away from Jeff. I just run a good race. I had a groove, and I lost the groove just for a split second, and he got underneath me. So that's just how it finished.
It looked like there a little bit later in the race, it looked like you could possibly catch him. Did you have a certain part of the racetrack you was going to challenge and try to get back in the lead?
Well, it seemed like 1 and 2 coming out of 2 was the same place he passed me was my quickest place. And I just run second to the one of the best.
Sportsmanship right there. Mike Wallace finishing second for the second consecutive year. All righty, Larry Lindbergh. Take it away, bud.
Money for streetcar racing. First row, car number 2 from Keokuk, Iowa, Corey Stott. S12 from Sykeston, Missouri, Jim Satterfield. Second row from Elrod, Indiana, 69, Terry Eaglin. Outside, car number 40 from Lexington, Terry Worth. Third row inside from Sykeston, Missouri, 32, Jim Brewer. Outside, 1W, Jeff Hoagland from Catawba, Wisconsin. Fourth row inside, car number 1, Scott Webb from Eagle River, Wisconsin. And 97, Pat Walsh from Kirkwood, Missouri. Fifth row, 38, Dave Crowley from Decatur. 01, Don Kiger from Danville. Sixth row, 42, John Powell from Springfield. 33, Dale Morris from Creve Coeur. Seventh row, 11, Mike Gibbs from Martinsville, Indiana. 98, Duke Vinegar from Peoria. Eighth row, 87, Wes Odell from Springfield. And 5C, Jim Crowley from Decatur. Ninth row, 19, Carl Frederick from Tremont. 12, Rod Smith from Monmouth. 10th row, 101, Ray Cantrell. And 99, John Cummings from Dow, Illinois. 11th row, 99, Dennis Robbins from Danville. 78, Steve Herman from Washington, Illinois. 12th row, 7, Lance Stott from Keokuk, Iowa. And 1D, Brad Denny from Canton. 13th row, 35, Robin Hobbs from Danville. And 45, Carl Beatty from Lamoille. 14th row, 187, Dwayne Whiteman from Pacific, Missouri. Car number 4, Mike Thompson from Jewett, Illinois. 15th row, car number 30, Dick Lane from Peoria. And 59. To win 10-lap street stock feature. Jim Whittington is ready with the green. Pace car pulls off the track, and we're going to have a quick start. Here we go! Making it through the first turn and into the second turn. S12 Jim Satterfield with a big lead. From Sykeston, Missouri, S12 Jim Satterfield. We got cars high up on the wall, spinning over in the third turn. Two more of them tangling in the third turn. Well, I did see car number 98, Duke Vinegar, and car number 45, Carl Beatty. One more car over there, can't pick up a number on. There are 28 of them ready to run. $1,000 to the winner of this 10-lap street stock feature. All right, here they come out of fourth, looking for a green, and here we go. And John Satterfield takes the lead again. Jim Satterfield. S12, Jim Satterfield running away. Through the first turn, clean. Down the backstretch we go. Jim Satterfield looking at him for a brush. Down the backstretch, headed for the third turn. Through the third turn. We've got a couple slowing down, but no trouble so far. They're coming out of the fourth turn, and it is S12 Jim Satterfield. S12 Jim Satterfield, 69 Cruise, and 1W Jeff Hoagland. One lap complete, every Everybody's still on track. S12 Jim Satterfield. Car number 69, Terry Eaglin, trying to catch him. Coming around to complete the second lap. They're still running 2 and 3 abreast through the turns. Jim Satterfield's S12, 69, Terry Eaglin. In third, watch out down the front stretch. 1W, 32 and 2. 1W, Jeff Hoagland. Car number 32 in fourth place, Jim Brewer. 2 laps gone by and still a clean streetcar feature. Jim Satterfield with a strong lead as he comes into the fourth turn. We've got a smoker, Dale Ziegler, in the fourth turn with a smoker. He may be coming in. He's going to keep going. S12, Jim Satterfield. That's 59, Dale Ziegler's car just let go. They're trying to get their way, make their way through all the smoke down the front stretch. So far, everybody's made it. No problems getting through Dale Ziegler's smoke. 3 laps complete. Jim Satterfield. Mosquito abatement is at work. Here they come out of the fourth turn, and now it's tightening up. So I don't know what happened to S12, but he is off the pace. 69, Terry Eaglin takes the lead. Another smoker coming down the front straightaway. Here's the car number 1 of Scott Webb. The East Moline Speedway car. And now, looks like Jim Satterfield's found the throttle again. Here they come down the straightaway. 69 Terry Eaglin and S12 Jim Satterfield battling for the lead. And a battle for third place. It's a 1W. Jeff Hoagland and car number 32, Jim Brewer. Let's see how that battle's shaping up. We got a slow one coming in. Let's see what they're doing as they come down the front straightaway. It's car number 69, S12 running right with him. Bob, remember you wanted him up at the stage. Bob, remember you wanted at the stage from UMP. Bob, remember. Oh, look at a bunch of them in the back, battling for positions. Car number 12, Rod Smith, having some problems. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it off the track. Car number 12, Rod Smith. They may be in trouble up in the first turn, Rod Smith. They're still bunched up back there. Look at Corey Stott, Dave Crowley, Wes O'Dell. They're all battling. 69 still holding the lead, and now we've got a yellow. Number 12, Rod Smith, up there coasting through the second turn. Had problems. Number 12, Rod Smith from Monmouth, having some troubles and comes to a stop up in the second turn. Unofficially, Eaglin off the fourth turn, and the green is flying. And we've got a problem with Corey. The shot car. A problem on the Corey Stott car. Everybody's made it through the turn. It looks like Corey's got a flat right front tire. So the way it looks from here, but he's bringing it in. As we continue into the third turn, 69 holding the lead. Terry Eaglin, but Jim Satterfield, S12 is pushing him. S12, Jim Satterfield moving on the
off lead. Likes it. Green flag out, and after a long delay, we're once more racing under the green. And right off the bat, the battle for the lead has picked up tremendously. Jim Satterfield now alongside on the outside. It's Terry Eglin on the bottom side. Jim Satterfield has got the lead. Jim Satterfield taking the lead going into turn 3. There he is, your new leader. Jim Satterfield out of Saxon, Missouri. Jeff Hoban in third. Jim Brewer in fourth. Lance Stott right now riding in fifth. Whittington has it out, and we're racing under the green. Jim Satterfield this time around, he'll be looking for the white flag. $1,000 is looking mighty good right now as he comes down. The white flag out, 1 lap remaining for Jim Satterfield. Look at this battle for third, and it's Jeff Holland in the third spot. Jim Brewer finishing fourth, and rounding out the field in fifth, Lance Scott.